Air pollution is any atmospheric condition in which certain substances are present in some concentrations, which may have harmful effect on man and his environment. The main sources of air pollutants are man's industrial manufacturing and motor vehicle operation activities, both of which are concentrated in urban areas, where also the majority of the population resides.
Air pollution is the #1 risk factor to health based on environmental factors in the globe today, and of particular concern when it comes to health outcomes is something called particulate matter. And particulate matter is small particles in the air. We're particularly interested in ultrafine particles, which are small enough to go through our nose, into our lungs and deep into our lungs, past our natural barriers and defense, and actually been associated with a range of adverse health outcomes.
Such an example is Nairobi, our country's capital. It is an extremely dangerous city to live in. This is because of the air, the filthy toxic, death-inducing air that we all breathe in and out of our bodies every waking day. The advent of industrialization and rural-urban migration in search of jobs has seen an abnormal rise in slums and other settlements. This has led to the race of owning a car by the ballooning class, and we have the ingredients of a polluted city. Outdoor air pollution is majorly linked to cars and industrial production, as well as burning waste. The choking fumes that the second-hand and poorly maintained vehicles emit makes up 40% of total particulate matter in urban areas in Kenya today.
In a city like Nairobi, the private sector, through matatus, provides an enormous service. But again, why do we not make, for instance, vehicles that carry more than 4 passengers have the privilege of moving through the fast lane and reserve a lane, for instance, in rush hour? Thika Highway is just one example of thousands in every corner of the world where we invest the vast amount that we have available for transport infrastructure in serving a minority.
However, most of the other outdoor emissions are associated with combustion facilities within industries, such as boilers and standby power generators. More than 14,000 Kenyans die every year from health conditions caused by indoor air pollution. It mainly arises from biomass fuels such as dung and firewood, being used by the poor for cooking and lighting.
Air pollution has become worse 8% in just 5 years' time. 80% of the people living in cities around the world of bigger than 100,000 breathe air outside of their standards.
The air quality is causing cancer and heart disease. It also messes up the hormonal balance and damaging our reproductive system. This has led to Kenya losing 200 billion shillings each year as a result of premature deaths, suggesting that dirty air could be killing more people than malnutrition. Pneumonia is one of the biggest killers associated with air pollution and has led to half of all global deaths. Every single plastic fire you smell is an extra toxic load you have taken in for the rest of your life. Therefore, bold action to improve access to electricity using clean technologies such as solar power can contribute to reducing the exposure of poor families to indoor smoke from coal. However, as for outdoor pollution, African economies will be well advised to learn from the experience of industrialized countries, for example, by developing mass public transportation systems. NEMA, on the other hand, in conjunction with the national and county governments, must therefore address pollution, especially in the city and other urban centers. Its mission of managing the quality of the environment must therefore be enhanced. Reporting on this, I'm Ahmed Mohamed.